This is Standing Watch. And now, Evangelist Norbert Link.
Greetings everyone, and welcome to our Standing Watch program. Today, I would like to talk to you about the huge protests in Berlin, Germany, against the coronavirus restrictions, as well as the incorrect national and international reporting in the quote-unquote mainstream media. And finally, the quote-unquote outrage of Germany's government about events which took place last Saturday. Now, all these are signs of a development towards a totalitarian dictatorship in Germany, which is intent to disallow any opposition questioning the official position and measures of the German government and policies. Something which is prophesied to happen and something which we have continuously warned against. BBC News reported on August 29. Some 38,000 people took to the streets in Berlin for mostly peaceful demonstrations. The protests also have gained support from Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Mr. Kennedy told the crowd that his uncle, John F. Kennedy, had famously addressed Berlin in 1963 to counter totalitarianism. The Irish Times wrote on August 29, Robert F. Kennedy spoke about efforts to spread fear in the pandemic and impose a new surveillance state. Now, die Süddeutsche Zeitung reported on August 30 that Federal Health Minister Jens Spahn criticized on Saturday the demonstration in Berlin against the coronavirus. It showed a lack of solidarity and was deeply unpatriotic not to wear masks, not to practice social distancing, and thereby to jeopardize others, Spahn said. Now, it's interesting that even the higher court allowing the demonstration, thereby overruling the appeal of the police in Berlin, did not demand the wearing of masks, but they did require social distancing. However, just about 2 hours after the demonstration started, police called off the protest, citing as justification the disregard for social distancing rules. Now, according to reports which we have received, the police provoked the protesters from the outset. They blocked all side streets and they kept delaying the start of the demonstration, thereby preventing social distancing. This then was used by the police as justification, quote-unquote, to call off the demonstration. What happened next has likewise been incorrectly reported in the mass media and the tabloids. Now, Fox News did an actually pretty good job. They wrote on August 30, German police forcibly removed far-right protesters and others who stormed the parliament building, the Reichstag in Berlin, following a protest against the country's strict coronavirus restrictions. Police dispersed the protesters after they broke away from a large peaceful demonstration, breached a security barrier, and then ran up the steps of the Reichstag late Saturday. Scuffles broke out as police drove back the demonstrators with pepper spray. But even that report isn't totally accurate, because what has been consistently overlooked, quote-unquote, in the mainstream media and the scandal mass tabloids is the fact that those who, quote-unquote, stormed the parliament building, they never ever entered it, were a few people who were not part of the demonstration, but acted following the demonstration. Now, Deutsche Welle reported on August 29 that German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier described the incident as an unbearable attack on the heart of our democracy. Authorities arrested around 300 people. Around 200 of those were detained in front of the Russian embassy. So only 100 were arrested who, quote-unquote, stormed the Reichstag. So we have here allegedly 200 or 300 violent people out of 38,000 peaceful demonstrators. According to reports and video material on social media, the police acted or reacted violently against the protesters in front of the Reichstag building and the Russian embassy. Because most of them, and that's what the reporting is completely wrong, most of them were average citizens. They were not Nazis or far-right protesters. Now, when this was first reported, I asked myself the following question, wrote it down. Will this incident be used by Germany's politicians as a further excuse for prohibiting any anti-corona demonstrations from now on? A stunning parallel could be drawn from the famous Reichstagsbrand or Reichstagsburning in 1933, which was allegedly perpetrated by a socialist Jew, even though many feel it was actually done by the Nazis themselves. But this was used then by Hitler to enact autocratic laws and suspend civil liberties. In this light, the following comments by German President Steinmeier on Monday were quite interesting. He said, as reported by Deutsche Welle, dated August 31, "My understanding ends when demonstrators allow themselves to be harnessed to the carts of the enemies of democracy and the political agitators, those who seek cooperation with right-wing extremists on the street, but also those who simply walk, without being concerned, alongside neo-Nazis, xenophobes, and anti-Semites, those who don't clearly and actively separate themselves from them, make common cause with them." Now, after hearing this, I wrote down again the following comments. There is no evidence that those who stormed the Reichstag were right-wing extremists, neo-Nazis, xenophobes, or anti-Semites. But even allowing Steinmeier's comments to be accurate, with that rationale, every demonstration could be prohibited, as some quote-unquote political agitators will always be mingling with peaceful protesters. Is that what the German government wants to achieve? Due to the one-sided political reporting by Germany's mass media and tabloids, a discussion as to whether to ban all anti-corona protests or any other unpopular demonstrations in one way or another has already begun in the media. These are alarming developments. The Bible predicts that Germany will become a dictatorship, but this time in collaboration and in agreement with other European countries. We have prepared 2 booklets which you must read to understand what is happening and what is prophesied to happen very soon. The first one, Germany in Prophecy. And this goes hand in hand with the booklet Europe in Prophecy. These 2 booklets are absolutely free for the asking. I encourage you to do so. And I'm thanking you for your attention. Until next time, this is Norbert Link for the Standing Watch program.
Standing Watch is a presentation by The Church of the Eternal God, P.O. Box 270519, San Diego, California 92198. More information is also available at our website, eternalgod.org.